Welcome, 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 welcome.
Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And I am the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And this program is go ahead.
Go ahead. We're ensemble now. You gotta know your part. You can't be just stepping on people's toes. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Do it. Because I'm a guest at this point.
No, you ain't never a guest.
Okay.
You can go off to college. You can do your. Okay. You know, it's always your home.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But it's brought to you by the New Image Project, better known as
See that.
Because we are redefining
what's cool.
Because smart
is
the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
Don't worry. This is what'll happen if y'all seen BBD come out right now.
Okay.
If Bell Bill and the Boy came out, they'll be stepping on each other too.
Okay.
But that's okay because we still making music.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely making music, making harmony and all of that good stuff. So you said how we feeling, huh?
Hi, because you know it is hump day.
Hump day.
Wednesday.
Get your back up off the wall.
And it's a little rainy.
It is not a little.
Okay.
Yeah,
it rained.
Got a little bit of
extra drip yesterday and today.
Yeah, we need it though.
We always need the rain. Yeah. I like the rain. Do you like the rain?
I do. I really do.
I'm one of the people like the rain don't bother me. Like the rain, storms don't bother me.
It's my window.
It just kind of it doesn't.
No,
I like when we used to be the lightning capital of the world. I used to like them days.
The lightning capital of the world, really?
Was. That's why the hockey team named the Lightning.
Because we was lightning capital of the world.
Man, I know y'all know this stuff, man.
I know the lightning capital of the world, but I ain't really. I ain't really like enjoy it or not enjoy it. It was just a thing that was
It's something pretty to watch.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, if you ain't scared to look at it, you gotta look at it.
No, I'd be scared.
You're scared.
Lightning, I go sit down.
It's one of the
I was raised like that.
When it's lightning, you cut everything off. You sit down. You meditate. Me. Shut up.
Me.
That's
what I do. When it's doing all of that.
Oh, it's time for you to just.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear us?
It is going in
right into the comments that you can hear us. If you can hear us, or tag a friend. You're listening to 99 Gems, Care First Radio, the new morning show, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Well, I will tell you this, is that the needles are moving.
Okay, so somebody here.
Good morning, Dr. Butler. I miss you, LaDonna.
We brought
hey. Yes, and I think one of the best things about community. What was we talking about? Community. What was we talking about?
What's on your mind?
Oh well, community is on my mind.
Okay.
One of the best things about community, man, is that we got to see the community work yesterday.
Okay.
The community came out. If you don't know, if you're living under the rock, it was an election.
Yes.
And would you be surprised?
Some people was under the rock.
No, it was a lot of people under the rock.
It was an election, yeah.
People got so tired of me yesterday.
Oh, reminding them that it was.
I'm like, hey, did you go? Did you go? Did you go? Did you go? You did. Get up! Come on, get up! Go! Go!
I felt your wrath yesterday.
I'm like, go!
Where y'all at?
Right.
So, what did y'all think
about yesterday?
Yeah.
I was glad it got here and got over. Now, I mean, it's narrowing the field.
Okay. The field narrow.
The field is narrowing. Now you know who's who, what's what, and we can really start to have some conversations. Not that we shouldn't have to, but
right.
But like now you can really.
And on either way, like I'll tell you, is like. For me, because like I helped out on a couple of campaigns and all this other stuff. Now it's like if the outcome ain't what you wanted, now you regroup and start over again if it's really what you want, right?
Yeah.
And, right, like that's how I see it. Like great races to everybody who went out there and just put your name in the hat, because most people talk about it, y'all actually did it. So kudos to you, right?
That's right.
No, that's real. Stepping up.
You stepped up. People see a need and went out.
We say that's what we want.
Right. And we started, there was conversations that was had.
Yeah.
That was never had before with like Trump.
And conversations we had.
They ain't never been had before.
More conversations than we ever had before.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But I say this, I hope, this is one of my hopes, like, because we had some races that had a lot of candidates in them.
Mm-hmm.
And my hope is that you will stay engaged and stay involved after the election, because that's one of the points of criticism is that, y'all only come around during election time.
Right.
And so you put your hat in that race.
Because that's when you run for office. Oh,
yeah.
But I will tell you, the secret is
that's not when you run for
that's
office.
not when you run for office when nobody's looking.
You
right?
run for your office when stuff need to be done, and then you do stuff.
Like when it's in your heart, like I see the races, and let's say even in your district that you in, District 7, you saw the top 2 people.
Yeah.
People knew them, recognized them, regardless. Even if you know their platforms or don't know their platforms, you seen them around.
You know the people.
You know the people.
Yeah.
So in elections, there's the small things that you do to be genuine, where people know that it's sincere, and it's when it's not your time to be elected, is you show up for those people.
That's
right.
That's the biggest thing.
That's the biggest thing, and that goes further than anything else.
And then the election for me is just about telling your story.
Yes.
But you do the work, and then on the campaign trail, the campaign is really just telling the story of the work that you've done. Not, I mean, but you know, we get into this promise phase where it's like, if I'm elected, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. That's good, and I like to hear that, like, because vision and foresight, like, we need that. But I also like to hear, like, okay, what have you been doing before started?
It is, and then on
running,
top, and when you go for an election, I like it to be like honest. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And for me to accomplish what I want to do, I'm gonna need your help
to do what
need to be all the way through it, not just to get me in the office.
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
I was trying to find it on the internet, but my internet is down. But I do have some results here. So the Republican nominee for senator is Rick Scott.
Duh.
He won his race. Let me see. Like I said, I'm not on the internet, so it's looking a little different. So Rick Scott, they had some precinct committee people too. That was a thing. And then the Democratic senator is going to be Debbie Mukasey Powell in that race. And then for congressional representatives in District 13, Whitney Fox won that race. So shout out to Whitney.
I'm gonna tell you, Whitney. I went to the poll, right?
Okay.
And I drove by the poll quite often.
Okay.
Whitney Daddy stood out there the entire day.
Yeah.
That's
when I say
yeah.
the entire day.
Yeah.
Like he told everybody who would listen her story.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things about running. It's like those last couple hours is some of the most important hours of an election, because like the last 24, 72 hours, you'll be surprised what you can do
in them last
couple hours.
Yeah.
Because it's really crunch time. People dropping off their mail-in ballots or getting ready to go in and take their ballots in or go in. Or there's
some because people are educated or knowledgeable about some stuff and not knowledgeable about others. And that last little push gives you the edge. Because like people like, wait, I didn't know who I was gonna vote for over here. And then you see the one person sitting out here sweating.
Right.
And willing to sacrifice in this hot sun to tell you about their policy. They
really just ask you for their vote. They ain't even talking policy at that point.
Saying, hey, vote for
me. Here go. Okay, thank you.
No, listen. He was out there talking policy. He said, listen, she grew up with welfare. This is what she want to do. She doesn't like he's telling her story and was like, this is what she stands on.
Right.
So who else won?
So Nicole Perlman, she's circuit judge,
right?
6th Circuit. She won, and then that's Group 9, and then you got circuit judge for the 6th Circuit, Group 14, Nick Fiorentini, won that race. You also had school board member, District 1 at large, Laura Hine. She won her race, she was reelected, right? Then you got school board member for District 4, single member, Eileen Long was also reelected. And then school board member District 5, Stacy Geyer won that race. We got some Oldsmar, some St. Oldsmar.
How did the exemption, the tax exemption go?
I'm just going straight down.
Go, sorry.
City Council. So the St. Petersburg City Council District 3 race, the top 2 vote getters in that race was Pete Bolin, was the front runner, and then Mike Harding. And so they'll have a runoff in November.
And those were the 2 people you saw more than anything else.
Yeah, I saw Pete a lot.
I saw Pete. Yeah. Pete even came to our forum.
He was here. Yeah, he came to the forum. He was here. He was on the Voice of the People.
Yeah, so Pete wasn't scared.
Yeah, and he had some views that was like, okay, he was being challenged on. So shout out,
which is good. I like that though.
Yeah, absolutely.
But go ahead.
City Council District 7, the top 2, Wingate Newton took the most votes, and then Corey Givens Jr. So that you'll see them in a runoff in November. So it'll be Wingate Newton and Corey Givens Jr. And here's the thing, y'all. In that race, it was 4,224 votes is what
came out. Yeah,
was what came out. Wingate had 1,486, and then Corey had 960 votes. That swung that race. So, and then the county referendum, it passed. It don't show the percentage here, but it's saying that it did pass. It was 92,000 yeses and 66,000 no's. And so the county referendum question about the county's ability to give a property tax exemption to businesses who bring 10 or more jobs it actually passed.
So do we re-vote on that in November, or is it just?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Because the way that they put it on there, you would think that the way that they put it on there, you'll think that it was a good thing because you see exemption, tax,
property taxes.
Yeah,
I mean, like less money for schools and
But then what happens is
like that's the thing that I saw.
And you got to think, and the biggest taxpayers are usually the people with the most employees.
Yeah,
because you got to have somewhere to put them.
Right.
So that property tax.
Yeah.
So now if I got more than 10, I ain't got to pay property tax.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, boy, that feel like boy, that's slippery.
I said no.
Boy, that's slippery, boy.
I said no, because that was just to be. So how I feel. Let me tell you why I said no on this. One is the businesses are already profiting, right? People go in there and spend their money on there, and for you to get the property tax exemption, and then on this same ballot or in November, it's going to be asking to add extra taxes on our property to help teachers.
Ooh, right? They got us.
Yeah.
And so
they taking the taxes from the businesses who make the most money, and putting it on the citizens who make the least money.
Right. And
no employees.
Wow.
So I was like, this so backwards.
Who's responsible for this?
This is so backwards.
How does this happen?
That's a great question.
Because you know how this happened?
I think the county commission voted to put this on there, though. Is what I was reading.
County commissioner, because they agreed to that other half of the raise money.
The say the raise money. The raise money. But no, it was
this feel like a raise deal on the ballot.
Like, I mean, and the people, because
no tax.
Everybody I know.
So Valpak ain't gonna pay taxes no more.
No, I think if they're new businesses.
No. They
come on. I'm just looking at the clock.
The biggest taxpayers.
So Valpak no longer pays taxes in Pinellas County because of this. I mean, somebody got to. Hey.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, but this is how you slide in.
I won't confirm or deny because I don't have enough.
I'm telling you for my. Let me tell you, if I'm not mistaken, they will, because if you start a new business or extend or something like that, then you are
internet tripping.
Yes, you get the exemption for this, which
is wages a part of that? Like, do you have to be paying a certain amount of money?
That I don't know, but this is just crazy. Dan, the man. Yeah. Listen, you did your thing. I'm super proud of you, sir.
Thanks for stepping up, man.
Like you stepped up. If people don't know, like, you are a part of this community. You are there. You have been there, and I hope that with this, the results to, yesterday don't discourage you being who you need to be in this community.
Yeah,
this
that work
is
still need to happen.
Right, because this is one
the
moment
things that you said you wanted to do, like they still need to happen.
Right.
And we need champions who have the subject matter expertise in those particular areas to be able to help us to make those things happen. So just because you're not on council don't mean that you can't influence the council and get things done.
And as leaders here in the community, right, we don't have to agree with each other to work with each other because we do have a common goal. Oh no. I
don't. We don't.
Man, listen.
We don't, but we do.
Right, but we shouldn't.
Yeah,
we should. We should. I mean, we really should.
Yeah, because and that's the whole part that's frustrating is just the immaturity.
There's you know this thing, like it's party lines, like you don't cross it.
That's
like,
immature, man, and it hurts. It's a detriment to our community. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you see when people was talking about that they not like us and the pop out concert. What they saw was the concert, but they didn't see what was happening in that community and how those people were coming together to fight a common enemy. Now, whether you look at that,
so you want me to tell you a true story? They not like So the whole thing, Qiana them did that song like boom 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 boom. When they went to Canada, they couldn't do the song.
That's what I'm saying.
What?
Because Drake is from Canada.
From Canada, yeah.
So you know
why they can't do the song?
Because they was talking about Drake.
So they like rocking with their person.
But they had to take it out of their show.
But the connection for me with the local politics was with that particular show that he did in California. He was able to unite people in California who had been beefing for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's still happening. Like I'm still getting stuff on my timeline because, you know, Minister Tony, shout out to Minister Tony, Muhammad Moss, number 27 out there in LA. Like their boots on the ground. And I'm seeing it in my timeline that the spark that was lit with that song and that movement is continuing to be fueled and to be lit.
Like YG just did it too.
Exactly. Like
they doing peace walks and patching up the games.
Absolutely. And that's you talk about. I mean, what more disagreement can you have than you kill somebody in my family? But they still able to squash it and move forward for the good of the whole. But we falling out over, you know,
nothing.
A lot less.
I mean, it's something. It's something,
but it's a lot less consequence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
Well, speaking of falling out,
yeah. And you listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Gems. It's what's on your mind. Make sure that y'all tap in.
Listen, just
are you my friend? Are you checked in? Are you logged in?
Right.
So we talking about controversial bonuses.
Okay.
So if y'all don't know, earlier this week, it was reported that right here on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club that there was bonuses from a Tampa Bay Times report that was bonuses attached to the historical gas plant redevelopment. Staff received bonus. 17 staff members received $250,000, which was divided amongst them in different ways.
Right.
And after the report, it was so much backlash that in a kind of swift turn of events, the bonuses was taken away.
Look at Mr. Evan getting his report. Like he getting his report on in a swift turn of events.
Oh yeah, you like
what you did? I did like that. I was like, okay,
yeah, it was swift.
A turn of events.
It was a swift turn of events.
I mean, from the time it was reported to the time it was rescinded was the weekend, right?
Yeah, it was because the email went out on Thursday.
Yeah, story came out
on Friday,
and
we talked about it again on Monday. And then
Tuesday,
and we talked about it. We talked about it on Friday too.
I don't think we did.
Did we?
Nope. I don't think. I don't think we talked about it on Friday.
It came out Friday afternoon.
It did. Okay. Okay. Never mind. So we definitely talked about it on Monday.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Because so most people don't read the time.
Or I mean, but Facebook was already swinging too.
Yeah, they come right on.
Facebook was.
But that's the other thing too. Like even with that, I saw some sides that was being taken in that. It was like, you know, it's just interesting. So let me just give you this, because I was at the event last night and they was, you know, like, what you think about, everybody want to know what you think about it. This is what I think about it, y'all. You heard it here first. is giving that same type of energy that the Duke Energy Proclamation was.
Yeah.
Remember we was talking about
it was a slap in the face.
Yes, because to me, it shows that you're not really in touch and in tune with the community.
Right.
Because if the community was supportive of that deal and then you give people bonuses, okay, cool. Because like we were supporting the deal. We want it to happen. We know people did things extra, went above and beyond. And I'm not discrediting or invalidating any of the work that any of those city staffers did to move that deal through.
Yeah.
Right.
But if it was supported by the community, and then you reward the people who helped do it, then you wouldn't get backlash.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
because
you know what I'm saying?
Because
like, okay, we want this. Good job.
Good job. You were able to have what I want to say. You were able to convince or make people understand why it was beneficial. Right? But it wasn't like that because all the stats say 80% of the people, the residents here in Pinellas County, St. Pete, did not want the deal. It was only 20%. And the only time that looked different is where it counted, basically.
Was the council,
Right. And so
and y'all remember that when you go vote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Like those are things that you vote on. Like if that issue was an issue for you, and you look at the people who voted and the way they voted, and if they voted on your behalf, then you support them. And if they didn't vote on your behalf, then you don't support them. You look at the record, you look at the pattern. Like that's how democracy works.
It
that's
really
how it
does.
works.
Representative democracy.
Because I mean, too, and we kind of talked about this, and I know, and we're okay with bonuses. Like I'm okay with
Absolutely.
bonuses.
Especially that's why I said if it was something that the people wanted, and then you gave them a bonus for doing it, ain't no problem.
Right, because I know this is gonna this part of it is definitely gonna get like a whole bunch of replays.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
And I mean, and if there's any conversation that need to be had, always call in, inbox us, talk, find us. We're not hard to find.
Yeah, we definitely open to other
we're open to the conversation, but with the $250,000 that was given out to these 17 people, there's not 250,000 people working for the city of St. Pete. That money could have been diverse throughout the whole.
If you want to do something for the workers, because like we had the storm, it was people who worked extra hours to, remove debris and to clean up the parks and to get the tree limbs down. And
I mean, literally,
it's
trees that need to be taken down right now.
That could have been an option. Nobody would have looked side eye. If everybody
the people want,
that would have been like, okay, you're looking out for your people, right? Another option would have been, you keep saying how the gas plant district is going to benefit from this so much. This $250,000 could have been split through your community where everybody could have got a small check. And everybody people would have complained, but then they were like, they did something. Like they kind of did. They could have took the 4 zip codes right here in that area, 33711, 33712, 33705. I'm missing one more. Give me
12.
I said that.
1, 2, 5.
11. I did 11.
Yeah, we got them. I don't know what's up.
Okay, well, we got the 3 right there, right? Or 33713, I think. A little bit further. Like but however.
I got you. It's 4 of them.
It's 4, but regardless.
We got 3 out of the 4,
But however, that could have been split up. A $500 check from the people that's in that area would have been screaming your praises at this point. Because you keep on saying that it was, beneficial.
That's why I said I think it's just tone deaf and being out of touch with what's happening in the community, man. People like really hurting. People real deal having some serious issues right now on a lot of fronts. Like, and it's not just like the poor people. The poor people are hurting more because it's just the nature.
They can't catch up.
But you got like, people who making 140% of the AMI, which may be, $100,000 or more. And they still struggling.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally have a family right now that's like got to sell their house because the way property taxes and insurance and all of this stuff going up, like their mortgage payment has just gotten away from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just the ones that I know.
Right.
There's so many people.
I know people who saw that.
Like really, really, really struggling.
People who've been in their houses for 40 years who never thought that they would have to sell. But now that the house that is basically paid off, they still can't afford it.
Right. And then, so you got that part of what's happening in the community. Then you hear from the community saying, we don't want to do this. We don't want to sell grandma's house. And if we do sell it, let's get a fair price for it. Make sure that, the I's is dotted and the T's are crossed. And then when you move forward and it seems like you ignore that feedback and then you reward the people who helped you get there, that's why you get the backlash.
And I want to say where the backlash came out. When the article came out, you saw the date when they got it.
Yeah.
And it was before the county commissioner had signed off on it. So they got the check prior to them knowing if they was going to get it. So now everybody's like,
whole deal, yeah.
So did y'all already know? How did y'all know how people was going to?
Oh, no, because in the contract, they was committed. So no matter what the county did, the city of St. Pete is committed to that deal. So it was done. Yeah. It was no reversing the deal regardless of what the county commission did. But the city would have just had to find a way and pony up more resources.
Well, they said in their interviews,
there was no way out.
I get that, but what they said to the people was, because I heard it when they asked, so if the county does not sign off, what will happen? They said that they would have to go back and, they would have to bring it back over to council. This is what they said out their mouth.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying,
there's nothing else they can do but give them more money, though. That's what I'm saying.
They would have to find the resources.
It's not, we go back and we can't do it now.
I understand that, but for the common people, they're like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it was, and then to rescind it, and say that you're rescinding it because of the backlash is even more detrimental, I think, because it's like, okay.
So why you?
This is the question that you asked this morning. He said, so you'll take back $250,000 for backlash, but you're gonna move forward with $280 million, and ignore the backlash. So you ignore the backlash and the pushback,
for
on $200 million,
but for $250,000
for people who you looking in their face every day and seeing them, like, it's just a disconnect in my mind.
It was a disconnect. It was poor judgment.
Just out of touch with what's happening for real. That's what I think.
I think so too.
And the views expressed are my views. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you gave the money. These people done cash these checks.
Ooh, give me $25,000 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you're dead.
and then tell me that you gotta.
I need to send it back.
You're dead. Hey, man, look, I'm gonna talk to my mortgage company.
Hey man, look, y'all got some payment plans or something?
No. Just deduct it from my check.
Let's work out what I can give you back.
Get a little piece here, a little bit
next years. Look, let me get one of them.
Don't take it out my check. Let me give it to you.
Yeah, let me give it to you.
Yeah, let's
like they did the union. How did
do the raise deal. Yeah. Once I get another $25,000 at one lump sum, I then give it back to you. Once somebody give me another $10,000 in a lump sum, that's when I'll give it back to you.
Hi, Sway. Yeah.
I think that it is a disconnect, and I think that the most important thing is, like right now, some of the biggest city assets are gone or on the line are gone.
Yeah.
I mean, you just look at the whole book of business, the Trop being the biggest, but then you also got the MSC building, you also got Tangerine Plaza, you also got Commerce Park. So you got the Raytheon building that they going right now. So some of the biggest, maybe one day, but some of the biggest assets of the city's owning right now are finna be gone forever.
Under this administration, which is crazy to me.
Wow.
But it just ain't administration, because council gotta approve it.
Yeah.
But,
you gotta kind of watch the road.
And a lot of this stuff has been being queued up and put on the chopping block for a long time, but it's being executed
right now
under this
and
administration.
I understand that, but this is but just like it's been queued up, it can also be held up. It can still be in the queue. Like you don't have to push it.
You can always
negotiate. But no, they on the point of I mean, I've heard them. I'm tired of hearing about this.
Yeah.
I've heard these words on several of these key little spots.
But
that's when you make the bad decision.
But this is when this is your job.
But no, I ain't.
No, I get it.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying where we really are at. I ain't saying where we want to be or where we should be. I'm saying where we're at right now. People are tired of even talking about these huge assets that You know what I'm saying?
But
Been
I don't
split
care.
and get.
Well, then, let me tell you this, and this is a Qiana thing, and y'all could take it and leave it however you want to. If you tired about doing your job and hearing about stuff that's about your job, then don't run for the office.
Yeah.
Like if you're tired of sitting in meetings and talking about the city of St. Pete, then council is not the position
I don't
for
think that's
you.
what it is, Qiana. It's not tired of talking about this. It's like if you have a project.
Mhm.
I give you an example, real world example. Like we got projects
Right.
and things that we have queued up. We've like said, okay, we're gonna do this, and then you come back to the table, and it's like, wait, that ain't done yet. Okay, and then you move, and then you come, and you're like, wait, that ain't done yet. Wait, what we gonna do about this thing? So that's kind of the tired of talking about it. It ain't like I don't want to do the job, and it's like, okay, what are we gonna do about this thing? Because we keep coming back to this. We keep having this conversation. We need to move forward and close this cycle.
Something has to be done.
Yeah,
basically.
that's kind of the energy. And
Okay,
then, but then in that, but then
understand.
in that space, to your point, in that space, that frustration is leading to like some bad deals and bad decisions because it's like, okay, I wanted to get something done. Let's just sell it, and then let's just sell it for pennies on the dollar because. At this point,
and for me, that's not acceptable.
No, that's the part. That's the out point. But I do get the urgency of like wanting to do something, wanting to complete it, like because it's some stuff that need to be done, and it has urgency associated with it. But don't let that urgency cause you to make a bad decision. That's my thing.
And I think that's where we at. I think we've had the urgency has caused us as a city, to maybe make the steps that can be extremely detrimental or beneficial. So with gambles, you have ups and downs.
Right.
So it's an upside and it's a downside.
No risk, no reward.
And,
all that stuff.
And I think, I think what we're risking too much.
Yeah.
For the up. That's what I think.
The reward is not worth the risk.
I ain't gonna say it ain't worth the risk. I just think we're risking too much.
Okay, I hear you.
You get what I'm saying? I ain't saying it ain't worth it, but it's just too much is on the line.
Yeah.
We got so much on the line and we don't got
that we shouldn't be risking.
Yeah. And our other partners should have that skin in the game.
Okay.
Well, I will say this.
We're taking too much. We're taking
all the risk when there's a guarantee on the other end.
It's just lopsided.
So, and we're just hoping that our gamble.
Say that again. I was talking when you said that.
That we're taking all the risk. And they have a guarantee on their side.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that this big
the city
risk
is the guarantor. That's the guarantee.
So, but the city is risking it all that it plays out in their favor.
And here's the thing, like, I was on the losing side of that vote and it passed. That don't mean that I want it to fail. And I think it's important to say that. Like, I want everything that they said they was gonna do, like I want them to do it. Like
So you ain't mad that
no.
Okay.
No. Because
but we talked about that today.
Because this is how democracy works. You know what I mean? And like the majority has made a decision. And so now that the majority has made that decision and it's like, okay, here's the deal. This is what's happening. This is what's going to happen. Like that's PowerPoint presentation and that slide and those renderings and all of that stuff. Like that would be amazing.
I want them to honor it.
The jobs that they said they're going to create, the housing that is like, I want to see that stuff happen.
Yeah,
that's why I voted no, because it wasn't it wasn't strong enough in my opinion, to make them do it. But if they do it without that, God bless them, and I'm looking forward to that. Like, and that's what the community engagement around this is going to have to continue to be. Is like, okay, y'all said y'all was getting jobs. How we looking on them jobs?
If you got to stay on their neck, you got to stay.
How we looking on this housing? How we looking on this?
I know we can't do it. We can't do a Tropicana Field again.
No,
we can't do what just happened because you see how much the oversight on those jobs was. Only time they ever look back at it is when it was time to redo the deal again.
Yeah. And maybe this is just, again, thinking out loud, having this conversation, what's on your mind Wednesday, maybe some of those groups like the NoHomeRun.com and Faith in Florida and some of the other groups who were very vocal in opposition to this will help to be watchdogs and follow this process through and say, okay, now that y'all have done this deal, like, okay, it's a done deal. The stadium is going to happen. Now let's look at the aspects of the deal that will benefit the community and really focus on those to ensure that those things are happening too, because it's going to take somebody to watch to watch this process to make sure that it happens. We can't go to sleep at the wheel now that the deal has been done.
We can't. And we said after the deal was done, we came up. I tell you, I said that like it was like the Super Bowl. Somebody had to win.
Yeah,
it's done. We don't get out the game. We don't stop playing football because we didn't win the championship.
Right.
You know what I mean? We just practice, and this is not the time you give up.
Yeah,
some people, but then there's other people that's promoted into it, right?
In their first season,
right? So that's fine. Like
so
it still go on.
I'm still finna train.
Like you can retire. You can retire out. You know what? It's just that you pass that baton to somebody else, right? Because retirement is real. There's sometimes you do need to just give it up.
Corey. I see Corey Givens Jr. watching. Congratulations, man. He made it through.
Yes,
He'll
congrats.
Be on the ballot in November.
But yeah, this is when we definitely get involved.
Remember the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club and 99 Gems, man. This is a space, for all the candidates. So for the candidates who won and they advanced, know that you have a community media resource here that's available for you.
Yes.
Community radio, and it can use your support is definitely mutually beneficial. And so if you want to underwrite a program or donate or contribute or put an ad, everybody in campaign season, just think about community spaces that you can, spend some of those campaign contributions and spread it around a little bit.
Right.
Sorry about that.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Listen, but so this is time when we step up and don't go to sleep.
Don't go to sleep.
And then even to like the administration, this is a time that you also step up.
Yeah.
Right. And then you listen to the people, and then what you do is people are asking for accountability.
Yeah.
Right. Put that in place. It's not hard. Even if you don't like what the accountability gonna tell you, it's checks and balances.
Yeah. And
you know what I mean?
And that's the other part of, again, using community platforms to be able to reach people who may not be in your circle and in your bubble, because somebody in your circle told you that it would be a good idea for you to do this. You did it. And then the community was like, what? And now you backtracking because you didn't really consider
and I wouldn't. So you want me to tell you, I would.
So you got to step outside of your echo chamber and hear voices and hear things that are different.
Okay. So this is a Qiana thing. This is a Qiana thing, and I hear that loud, right? But the 17 people who got those checks are people that's close, right? That you had, and so you
some of the highest paid people in the city are saying,
right? And so you care what they look like and how they felt, the target on their backs. So it made you change your decision, right? So that means that you have empathy. No, I'm just saying.
No, I just thought about something else. It wasn't related to that.
Oh yeah, but you have empathy.
I'm thinking like I was thinking about my situation right now. You give me a $15,000 bonus and you say you're gonna take it back because you worry about what people think. I'm gonna be like, man, I ain't worried about what.
But some of that, but like he said, that some of them people felt like they was like, give the check back.
Yeah,
because again,
God bless them.
Because you want me to tell you
that Target was on the back. That was the list, man.
Yeah.
You know when your name come
out
on
everybody
the list?
looking at who you is, what you do.
Come on, man.
You know
and then it's people that's respected, and then you be like,
I'm in the space right now. I was like, okay, if that's what y'all want to do, y'all knock yourself out.
But that ain't everybody's appetite. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't ready to eat that hamburger.
It ain't. But again, I'll say this: I'm for bonuses.
Yeah,
I'm for bonuses. You should be able to get bonuses if your job has a surplus of money, if you did your job, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm for bonuses. I just think that this was not a good one.
Yeah. I think it was kind of in that same, for me, it was, like I said, that Duke Energy proclamation. And no matter what, because it's a lot of stuff that Duke Energy does that people don't see and people not aware of. The history of the company, like I learned about some of the history of the company and some of the innovations and their support for minorities, and like I learned a lot about what they do during that process. But most people don't know what that is, and that's what I'm saying. So it's like you're not in tune and in touch with what's happening with people on a day-to-day basis,
and people listen to sound bites, and
you making decisions, for the group, without considering the way that the group really sees this thing and values in that. And it's like, man. Because again, if people was really with that deal and you reward the people who moved that deal forward, God bless you. But it just shows you that a lot of people were not with that deal. And then to reward the people who moved it forward was considered to be like a slap in the face.
Yeah, well.
So thank you for responding. I gotta leave, y'all, but
and we gotta take a 7-minute break. Tag a friend, tell a friend.
I gotta get to work. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. You're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Y'all follow us, like us, share the page, and they gonna be back after the hour.
Yeah, we will.
All right. Peace.
Of cheering delegates in Chicago that hope was making a comeback. Mr. Obama called Donald Trump selfish. More details now from our correspondent Sarah Smith, who's in Chicago.
Agape Soul Shoutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at AgapeSoulShoutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul Shoutique today. Agape Soul Shoutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at AgapeSoulShoutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul Shoutique today. Agape Soul Shoutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at AgapeSoulShoutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul Shoutique today. Agape Soul Shoutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at AgapeSoulShoutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul Shoutique today. Agape Soul Shoutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025...
like that. We are back. We are back. We are back. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And we're brought to you by the New Image Project, better known as
See that?
Because we are redefining
what's cool.
Because smart.
It's the new
Gangsta.
baby.
And if you didn't know, now you know.
Yeah.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. If y'all caught the first hour, we are back after that.
Yes.
We talked the first hour. We kind of talked about the election that happened yesterday.
If you didn't know,
yeah, if you didn't know, because it was 26% of
20% turnout. 26%. I don't know. I don't think that's a horrible turnout. It's definitely not.
It's not the best, but it's better.
It
It was better than I've seen before.
I think it was about the same, 28.
Somewhere around there.
It just all depends what election.
So this was,
I think one time it was like 30, 40.
Oh, when?
One of them elections.
Okay.
So turnout, I mean, and really we need to look at how the breakdown of the turnout. But salute to everybody who threw their name in the hat. I mean, and it's still work to be done. November is on the way. Candidates have moved on to the second round.
Right. We had the semifinals. Now we're going into the finals.
Yes.
Right. And
yes.
so, but I want to say the people who didn't win that race, I just want to urge you not to give up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Not to give up. It's like anything else in life that you work hard for. And if the first time the outcome is not what you wanted, that doesn't mean that you throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Listen, I really think this was an extremely talented pool of candidates from the city. I think a lot of these candidates, really had good chops. So yeah, I just want to get to this next round so we can start building.
Right.
We got to get to this next phase of the election cycle.
Right.
and go from there.
So,
and we also talked about the bonuses, the controversy behind the bonuses with the city.
Yeah, and the rescinding of it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think that was right to rescind it?
I don't. So this is how I feel. If you did it and it was I probably at this point probably wouldn't have rescinded once it was already out there. Like it's sticky because I think that like it's hard when you're in a position to try to please everybody because you won't be able to please everybody. And I just find it that the times when you should rescind things, you don't. And this time you did, but I think it was because it was a direct reflection or direct attack on the people that's the closest to you. If that makes sense. So like if I'm in the community, there's things that I probably would have rescinded that I should have and I didn't because it affected the whole, but I'm not with the whole. Like I have distance. I'm not connected to those people. So, I don't got to see them. They can complain in their houses. So I don't have to hear it. But if it affects my house directly, then now I have to rethink it.
Wow.
That's how I felt. What about you?
I mean, I think if you make a bad mistake, you can take it back. I think you should. I mean, so in that case, I think rescinding it was the right way to go because I don't think it should have been given. Like I said yesterday, if it was me, I would have just gave it to him during their Christmas bonus, during the regular bonus time.
There was other times that you could have given this money, and
that's if I felt they deserved the bonus, I would have just gave it to them at a different time.
Because
I would have just been like, "Hey, y'all, good job, y'all got a bonus coming."
Right.
You feel me?
Or not said nothing. And then on Christmas time, and then you said surprise. I don't know.
I mean, but still, you level with your team. Hey, team, don't worry. I got you. We did that. I got you. I just wouldn't have, I don't think I would have did it so quickly.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I would have been real cool and smooth because I know it was a little
It was rocky.
Yes, it was very rocky.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, I was one vote away. It was one vote decision. So, you know, I mean, we got it's more fish to fry.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. This is just we're just opening the can of sardines.
Right. And I mean, this is a community conversation.
Yeah.
The number's up online. Give us a call, 727-637-2416. Again, that's 727-637-2416. Let us know how you feel about it.
So what you think about the Democratic National Convention that's going on right now in the Chi-Town? Big shouts out to Qiana out there doing her thing as a delegate.
Actually, I watched a little bit last night.
You think it's better than the Republican convention that just happened?
I ain't watched the Republican.
I watched a little bit of it.
I think. Well, how did you feel?
I ain't watched none of the Democrats.
I'm learning more. So you want me to tell you I'm learning more stuff? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Especially about the Kamala that's running for president.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you listen to the sound bites.
Yep.
You know, a lot of Black people keep on saying how hard she was on crime. She locked up more Black people than ever, but her policy was more on violent crimes, rape, murder. From there, and I'm going to do some more research. And this is what I say. If you raped, you murdered, you did all of that, you should get tough crimes. Like, tough time. Like, I don't think you should get a pass if you rape somebody, you murder somebody.
And so it shouldn't come back to haunt her as she's running for president because she was tough on crime. And it's a catch-22 because you got Republican, running for president and other seats talk about tough on crime. So now on her side of the field, being tough on crime is a bad thing. Right. This is the oddest. This is. But no, this is odd. This is odd.
No, this is not odd. Let me tell you what it is. It's what you call Black in America. It don't matter what you do, they're gonna flip it. This is called Black in America. This is called Black or brown in America. Regardless of what you do, it's never good enough. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter.
So if you think about it, and you right, I agree, because if it was, Joe Biden, they salute Joe Biden for being tough on crime. That was one of his pluses.
Right.
You know what I mean? But now I don't like.
But we didn't talk about how she put in there for people with nonviolent crimes to get their lives back together, which we ask for all the time.
I think what they're doing wrong is trying to attack her like that, because I think that runs people to her side. Mm-hmm. Because I think, as I look at it, I'm like, it's tough. You have a Black woman running, and you have some of the most revolutionary and most, woke brothers not gonna vote for her.
But see, she didn't see. But
the same protect the Black woman brothers,
which is crazy. And the thing,
is it because she got a white husband?
She had this white husband for 10 years.
So no.
I'm just saying that she has this white husband for 10 years. This has not always been her husband, right? And it was the same.
Let me tell you, Williams.
Right. So, and then these same woke people, right, will also date a white woman. You see, you know what I mean?
They call them snow bunnies.
However the case may be. And I know y'all ain't gonna agree with me on this. No, I'm gonna say but I'm gonna tell you, I have people that I know that's locked up, and I think that, like, it's ridiculous some of the time that they got, yada yada. Like, I'm with you on that right there. But I will tell you, it has been. But I will tell you this, more so than not, most people are locked up, did bad stuff. They are criminals. They got caught. Like, we cannot get passes on people who have done bad stuff.
They get caught.
They get caught. Like, this is for real. Like, you sold drugs, and even though, like, that's how you made your money, you still did a crime. You can't get upset about something. You did your job, and now you can't be upset about them doing theirs.
I mean, that is a enlightened state. You very enlightened. You're very self-aware. You know what I mean? That's what they call it when you emotionally intelligent. Those are emotionally intelligent answers. But to the average person is not sometimes mature enough to get to that point.
But that's why you still stay in that same rat race, because you're pointing at everybody else and saying, I'm in this situation because of you.
But look,
no, I'm locked up because of her. She did not go out there and rape somebody.
I hear that, and I'm on your side. But think about this: they will not vote for Kamala Harris for locking people up and doing what she did, right? But then they'll vote for the opposite,
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
See,
that's what I'm saying.
Which Donald, when I'm listening to like the sound bites, or let me say, when I'm listening to people talk and they're saying, hey, she's saying this. Oh no, she's gonna do this. And then I'm like, okay, she's saying this, but then I can look at what they're saying. Like, you're ignoring a whole nother.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
All because she's, in my mind, a black woman or a woman of color that's married to a white man who sent some people who did some really bad things.
With an Asian in her.
That's what I said, woman of color. Who sent some people of color, and I mean, just some people that did bad stuff to prison. Right? Like, I mean, honestly, like, let's call a spade a spade. Like, if you didn't murder somebody, rape somebody, do something harsh, you wouldn't have got that time, right? Do I think that sometimes it's too hard? It could be, but this is what I'm gonna tell you. Trouble ain't that hard not to get in. I'm serious. I done lived all these years and ain't never got in trouble.
Listen, so you listen to 99 Jams, Carol Press Radio on Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, and we talking about Kamala Harris and the election, and you know the differences why people judging on one candidate, on former president and the vice president, and won't vote for one, but like got the same problem with the other, I guess. And I agree. I think what the problem is, and this is the biggest problem, when we can't get past our own self.
And that's really what it is.
And I'm like this. I don't know, but who gonna give us reparations? Do you think Kamala's gonna give us reparations? You think Donald Trump? I always thought a conservative would be the one to give reparations. That's what I always thought, right? Because I think once you really do the math, it's a dollars and cents thing, right? And those people really own those dollars and cents. But I think Kamala might have she might have a reparations bone in her body. She might. She's an old prosecutor, so she knows the injustices. I mean, she can play like it, but I think she knows it. So she might give us reparations. What y'all think? Who y'all think?
And if we want reparations, again, we gotta put it up. We gotta set it up and figure out exactly what reparations.
That's all people been talking about. You know, all over America, there's reparations committees. You know, since we did the USF study, big shots out to the USF team, City of St. Pete. We did the structural racism study. And one of our conclusions was reparative actions, aka reparations, right? Because reparations is a reparative action. Okay, both. Bye. So, you know, we've been talking to different colleges, professors, and cities all over America who are working on a reparations committee, and they coming to us to find out, you know, how we did it, what we did, what they think about what we did. You get what I'm saying? And in a lot of ways, St. Pete has led the way with that, but we got to pull the trigger because the city can give reparations.
We've seen it.
The cities, states, and federal government. There's 3 layers,
right,
of reparations. It's really 4 because you got corporate reparations. Corporate companies who benefited can also break bread, right? So there's 4 levels, and I think we start looking at it holistically because, like, right now, more people talk about reparations than ever before.
Which I like it. I like it. And what I do like it, because I've been screaming, get it in writing. Put it down. Have a plan.
I don't like when they say, you know, the reparations is gonna be like school and stuff, because I don't like.
Because everybody don't want school.
And I don't like you allocating my money back to this education system that has done us such harm.
They're also taking out.
They done us such harm, and then you're gonna write us a check and say, "Oh, I gotta spend it with them."
I don't like it. I don't like that either, because also everybody is not school savvy, right?
School ain't for everybody.
It ain't for everybody.
Education in the form that we've getting it is not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And people scared to say those words because they're committed to the education system.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you've got so far in it, you gotta stay down with it because this is my degree.
Yeah.
This is what I know what I mean. But when you ain't got all that, you can easily say, "Hey man, that wasn't quite what they said it was, y'all."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm with. So if education is where you want to spend your money spend your money on education. But I also, with the education system, we see where they're also taking out Black history out of education.
I want mine in the bank. Mine in the bank, and then let me figure it out. Let me flip it. Flip flop.
So yeah, that's really where I'm at with it. So where that came from?
What?
That was just so loud. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, it just...
Yes, we got a comment. Brother John say, write the plan and advocate for it to be funded with reparations.
Right.
Reparations. Yeah, but reparations has been a conversation that's been going on. And I don't know how y'all feel about reparations.
I'm okay with reparations. I want my piece of the pie too, right? But I have no problem with working for my piece. But a lot of people been given their piece of the pie. Why can't we get ours as well?
I mean, I want everything. I want everything under the sun. Look, yesterday, Chicago had a reparations rally. You get what I'm saying? This is what Chicago at? That's where they're having the thing at.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you,
the Midwest is swinging up there.
It is.
The Midwest is swinging.
It is. It is.
And I think that Kamala has a really good chance of winning.
She has made the race a better race.
Yeah,
and
she brought it back to life. Like she
did,
because it was dead.
Listen,
it was on life support. We was like,
even after the assassination attempt on Trump, it still was like,
because everybody felt like, so some people felt like it was real, but other people was like it was fake. Like nobody really bought into it, regardless of how real or fake you thought it was. Nobody bought into it.
I never thought it was fake.
I did. Good morning, Miss Teresa, and I still do. Good morning, Sharon.
But yeah,
allegedly on my end.
So, like I say, a lot of cities are doing reparations packages within their city. St. Louis, Chicago, John Hopkins College was one of the people that we talked to that's doing it. Well, they're looking to put the plan together. And it's serious, and it kind of lit a fire and inspired me because I'm like, well, dang, our train us stop moving on our tracks. Now you got a whole nother city and whole nother universities coming to us. You know what I mean? And one of the meetings I said, I was like, hey man, I can't sugarcoat it. I ain't happy about this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't happy about where we at. They like, yes, that's understandable. That's what we want here.
Sharonda, why you about to move out of Florida? Cause reparations everywhere else.
listen. On serious talk, and I would be very shocked and surprised if the governor doesn't preempt reparations. But it's going to be hard because cities, states, and institutions can all pay into reparations.
Right.
Big shouts out to Chairman O'Malley.
Because he has a trial coming up.
Yes.
In September. He
the
also
Uhuru 3.
Right, and we're calling everybody out to walk with him.
31st.
The 31st, August 31st. That's my baby birthday too. But yes. August 31st in Tampa, they'll be marching for justice. And I mean, if you believe in freedom of speech, regardless if you believe in his mission or not, I know you believe that you should be able to speak freely without being prosecuted on. And at this point, they're being prosecuted on words that they said. No actions, just words.
And what we learning is one of the things when they were a lot of people don't know, but our freedom of speech is one of the things that they've been trying to attack for decades. Because if you attack the freedom of speech, that's the media. That's
This is the power plug.
That's everything that you're
Power
doing.
plug, 99 Jams.
Yes.
And they can change, they can control the narrative across the board. And that's how it was for so long. But now, you know, we done turned the corner where you got these platforms everywhere, and you see why they're trying to ban a lot of platforms or limited you to it because of freedom of speech. The thing that you start to question your mama and your daddy about everything you say. And when I say that, I mean the government. You know what I mean? Like, you start questioning people of authority who has told you something, and then you realize like 2 + 2 ain't equaling 4.
Yeah, the math ain't math.
The math ain't mathing. So now they say, "Oh no, shut up! People don't believe it." No, they think it equals 4. Don't let them know that it don't.
Listen, I'm reading.
Go ahead, read.
I'm doing this research right here live, and it's astounding. A news conference. This is yesterday.
Okay.
News conference, protest media silence on illegal charges against the Uhuru 3. Representation from several organizations held a rousing news conference in front of New York Times building in New York, August 14th, to demand the U.S. government drop the bogus charges on Omali Yeshitela, chairperson of African Socialist People Party, APSP, and the leaders of the Uhuru Solidarity Movement. Yes, this was August 14th on the steps of New York. They're or the steps of the New York Times office building. Yep, the U.S. government indicted 82-year-old Yeshitela Penny Hess and Jesse Neville, known as the Uhuru 3, on charges of failing to register as foreign agents, merely for expressing their views on Ukraine.
And if you know anything about the U.S. government, right, the way that you turn people against them is say that they're against the U.S. government, right? You've seen this play. You've seen this play many of times. And then what they have to do many years later is come back and apologize. We don't want apologies later. I hate apologies later for stuff that we can fix right now. Things that you know is dead wrong. And for the people who does this, I wonder how they sleep at night. Because if we flipped it out on your children and you were sentenced a life sentence because, you know, the chairman is 82. 10, 15 years is possibly a life sentence for him.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think
Sharonda say, Dan for mayor. Woo, woo, woo.
I've been hearing that. So listen, as we move forward, August 31st will be the March, and September 3rd is the trial for the Uhuru 3 in Tampa. It'll be held at the Tampa Federal Courthouse, September 3rd.
Yep, September 3rd. But it kicks off next weekend on the 31st.
August 31st. Yes.
And we're calling everybody out to come and march. And I mean, honestly, we'll see if we can get the chairman in one more time before.
Yes.
One more time to come and speak and talk, because this is not justice.
Listen, it's just us. So, and I'm glad we talked about that, because one of the main things we gotta honestly do is back our people. We gotta support our folk, man. Living Black history right here in St. Pete. So how you ain't gonna support that? Monkeypox. Have you ever heard of M-Pox? M-Pox.
I know monkeypox is back on the rise.
Have you ever heard of M-Pox?
No.
M-Pox is monkeypox.
Well, okay. Well, why?
So yes, I'm just reading the story.
Oh my God.
Monkeypox is back on the rise. Monkeypox, also known as M-Pox, has been detected in wastewater of 2 separate districts in San Francisco, California. New cases were also detected in Nigeria and Sweden.
Hopefully it don't make its way over here.
The World Health Organization declared monkeypox a global health emergency barely a day before its discovery. So wow. And then it puts bumps all over your body. Wow. I'm gonna share some of this with y'all. This is very sensitive stuff here.
I don't want to look at it. My nephew won't even let nobody touch him right now. He done heard about the monkeypox. He won't even look. You can't even touch him.
Have y'all heard of monkeypox? What y'all know about monkeypox? Leave it in the comments. Tell us. Is anybody talking about monkeypox?
Mm-hmm. That's how I knew it was on the rise, but it hadn't came over here yet.
Well, that's what they just said.
It ain't in Florida. It is not.
M-Pox is an infectious viral disease that can occur in humans and other animals. Symptoms include a rash that forms, blisters, and then crush over, fever, and swollen lymph nodes. The illness is usually mild, and most affected individuals recover with a few weeks of treatment. Yes.
Do people even get chicken pox anymore?
I don't think so.
I'm just trying to think. Like chicken pox, is it? Hey, caller, introduce yourself.
What's up? This your boy Damian Davis. What's happening?
Hello, Damon. Comedian Damon Davis.
Comedian Damian Davis in the building.
With Zayden in the background.
Yeah, I gotta keep Zayden in the background before I go to work. But I want to let y'all know, man, congratulations to everybody that won yesterday, everybody that voted. You know what I'm saying? I want to congratulate who I wanted to win, but I congratulate anybody that won. And man, I'm gonna put the link in the tickets for September 13th. I mean, in the comments for September 13th. For anybody trying to go to the Bubba Dub show, I'm out of tickets, but you can get tickets from Dare Holloway.
You know what?
And hit the link.
Congratulations to you, because you out of tickets.
Doing the work, brother.
Oh yeah, I'm
out of tickets. Fergus is gonna be swinging on the 13th.
Yes, and it's still tickets available, pre-hand tickets. You can go to your spots. I'm going to put the link on there if you want to get the link. You can pay at the door, but I will have tickets next week. But I'm out of tickets. But, man, y'all make sure y'all get in the building. This going to be epic. We bring somebody big to the city. St. Pete, show out. Orlando coming, Tampa coming, Wild Mama coming, Little Mama coming, Sexy Red, everybody mama coming. So y'all make sure it's up there like Granny Penny September 13th, man. I love y'all.
Hey, before you hang up, I call y'all and I be doing my little jokes on you. You think I'm ready for September 13th?
Nah, you ready for more like urban drinkery on the 18th.
You know what? No.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
Well, okay, with that being said, bye.
Bye.
No.
That's my dog. Not lying to people.
You say not lying to people?
Not lying to people. That's my dog.
Okay, something happened.
So yeah, something happened. What happened?
I can't hear myself.
If you can hear me,
go ahead. That's fine.
So yes, if you're tuning in, you're listening to 99 Jams Carol Festival Radio, the new morning show, Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. You can also find us on Mo Show Live on streaming sites and FM dial. So we on FM. Big shouts out to Mo. Mo, I see you doing your thing. Y'all check out the Mo Show Live. You can hear our replays on Mo Show Live.
Yes,
when I hit that made me hear you now.
Oh, okay. No, I you heard me. Mm-hmm. You did it. That was that's what happened. Take that. No, but there's some good stuff that's coming up. I'm excited. Regardless, what I like is people that's engaged. I like the conversations, and I hope that people like open to the idea that what you think is not necessarily right. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I like to not necessarily be proven wrong, but to have another outlook on something. Because sometimes we talk about the same thing and we spit it, but it's something that somebody else is giving us.
Oh, but we have a different outlook on it.
Right. You know what I mean? And then I like to be open-minded. Like I challenge what I say, because at the end of the day, if it's going to make me a better individual, I'm with it.
Well, challenge her. Don't challenge me.
I challenge you all the time.
I know. You need to stop.
Oh, no.
Immediately.
But then you see, like, a lot of times I challenge you, we saying the same thing. You just be wanting.
No, I ain't saying the same thing.
Yeah, you is.
I'm saying something totally different.
Not always.
Every time.
Dead.
I'm just saying something completely different.
But you know what? Just another sidebar, because it's what's on your mind. We went to China Boys yesterday.
Yes, was that Dan Watch party.
And the food was amazing.
Yep, it was.
Ooh, so if you ain't been
I want some right now.
The hibachi over there, yeah, just hit them up.
Oh yeah, speaking of businesses, big shots out to McCall's and Sons.
Okay.
Yes, man. The catfish bites. Oh my God. These young
So
women
listen, we talk.
got the kitchen pots rocking. They got the pots rocking.
We're foodies over here too, so y'all can always bring us food. Like, think about it. All your businesses, when you tag us in, if you let us taste your food and talk about it.
Listen,
like, give us
you got breakfast.
Oh, because we're the breakfast club.
Deliver us your breakfast,
and then let's talk about it.
And we're gonna talk about it. That's how you underwrite a show. Feed us,
and then underwrite it. Like,
bring us a coffee or something. I drink applesauce. I'm on that sauce now, y'all.
He'll drink coffee
y'all
too.
Can call me applesauce Walker.
You should be eating an apple and not like
Walker.
Oh.
You like that applesauce Walker?
We're talking about we foodies. Yeah, we are. Because we like you know who else has some good breakfast? And it's just and then we could go to the Ask Qiana because I know we got one.
Who?
Kay's.
Yes. You know I know Kay. So,
I know.
Listen, that's what I was when I said deliver, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, I threw it out there one day.
Big shots out to Fat Chris and them too, over there, Get It and Go on 49th Street.
Okay. I ain't never been.
What?
I don't stay over there on 49th Street.
Man, you gotta pull up. You ain't gotta stay there. You gotta pull up, man. 49th Street popping.
Okay.
On both ends.
Okay, because 49th Street, yeah.
It's popping. That's the new 22nd.
Okay, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's expand.
Yes, pull up on y'all pull up on Fat Chris and them, man. Tell them the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club sent you, man. Get some of that good breakfast, man.
All right. What's the Ask Qiana, sir?
Ask Qiana is brought to you by One Community Grocery Co-op. One Community Grocery Co-op. OCGC.org. Find out more about your One Community Grocery Co-op. Okay, dear Qiana. Lately, my wife has been asking me to try all kinds of new and freaky things in the bedroom. I don't mind experimenting, but I'm starting to wonder where she's getting these ideas from and why all of a sudden she wants to explore so much. Our sex life was fine, not just according to me, and some of this is getting a bit out of hand. When I try to talk to her about it, she gets an attitude. How can I approach it without disturbing the groove, if you know what I mean? So, the freaky freak.
You want me to say
P.S. Freaky.
Okay, so I'm gonna say caller it's probably always been something she wanted to explore, right? And she suppressed it because of you.
Because of how you acting now.
Possibly. And you know what? Like, and then,
how you acting right now? You calling
and it
Qiana.
doesn't, and you don't have to be you don't have, so people think because you want to try something new that somebody had to introduce it to you. We're all grown in America and have watched TV shows, we read books, you know what I mean?
People know what they want to do.
They want to try different things. And just because you say that you've been happy in the thing, people pretend like they're happy.
No, he said we.
Yeah, no, and I say people pretend.
Okay.
And they be wanting more. Ooh, like you know what I mean? Okay. And so, I mean, honestly, this is your marriage, and I think it's your duty to explore.
It's your duty to explore that booty.
And I mean, you may like some stuff, you may not. You know what I mean? But I think you should be open-minded.
Just go ahead and give it a try.
Give it a try. It's open-minded. I mean, be open-minded. Like the bedroom for marriage couples should be open to whatever.
That's right.
You know, right. But the conversation, the fact that she's telling you like, hey, I want to try these things.
Oh, you should count yourself as blessed.
Right. But okay, let's see this. You'll hear how people will be in a relationship, right? And in their marriage, they will have a sex life, a normal sex life, but then cheat and do all this freaky stuff to somebody else. Right.
That's why I say call them blessed. I did.
And you know, and they'll do all this stuff and they be like, oh, I can't never do that to my wife. That is, she would never allow me to do this. You didn't give her the opportunity to even let you know if she would or not.
That's
a lot of times.
That's right.
You know, so I think.
And both wanting the same thing.
Right. Oh, wait, what he do? Okay, read that.
I'm reading it.
We had Messy Mammy on Monday, and now we got
yeah, booty export. Listen.
So thank y'all for these letters because these are fun. But this is real topics, though, for real.
No,
like,
that's right.
No. Because people like you'll see how like people's sex lives, you'll think like they don't really explore it like they should, and they feel like
that's why Dr. Ruth had a whole career.
Right. I mean, at one point in time, I sold sex toys, right?
I remember you had a sex toy party.
Yeah, I used to, and I did a lot of couples. And
what you mean?
Like as far as had the like not like that. I had parties with couples.
I get you.
And helping people explore it because sex can be a taboo subject.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. And a lot of people don't want to talk about it outside of the bedroom.
Yeah, kind of like mental health,
right? But sex is a big part of a relationship
and a big part of mental health. I'm just saying.
I don't think that is the.
I think some of the crazy people, because we don't subscribe to all, be sexually.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Sometimes sex keep you with a crazy person. We're laughing, but there's no joke. But sometimes sex keep you with a crazy person. But I think that you should be open to this conversation.
Yes.
And I think you should be open to explore.
Yes.
Because you don't know. You might like some of this stuff. I'm serious.
I hear you. Yeah.
Because I mean
try it
and
now.
I would say is that as a man, and I'm not a man, but as a man, if you introduce something into the bedroom, you would want her to try it. Right or wrong, be, you know what I mean? Like,
but you just can't be trying anything. Now, come on now.
It's the two people.
You don't know what that girl is asking that boy to do.
I don't know, but
that's what I'm telling you.
But the two people in the relationship defined it, right? And then say, hey, these are the boundaries. Like, we can try this, but this is off the table. No. Like, we could try anything right here, but some stuff is off the table.
I mean, like I said, you don't know what that girl is asking that boy to do.
I don't, and I shouldn't know.
Yeah, in the letter, he clearly says she keep coming back with more new things. Look, he said he tried it. Okay, we tried it. I was all right. It was cool, but then she came.
Now, I have another question. Is it a boost to, like, is it a shot to your ego that you feel like she need to introduce stuff because you think that you was laying it down this whole time, and now that she wants more, you feel that it? No, this is a question. Do you feel like, because it could be a blow to the ego? You know how like you be like, I put it down. I'm all she want, and now she's saying, hey, I need more. And now you like, wait, I ain't enough.
Ooh, that's something.
You know what I mean?
But I think that'd be a boost to the ego when you think somebody want to try something with you. Unless you, I don't know.
But just say everybody's different. He said that they've been satisfied. What did it?
The man say
they both been pleasured in this.
The man say, lately, my wife's been asking me to try all kinds of new freaky things in the bedroom.
Right.
I don't mind experimenting, but I'm starting to wonder where she's getting these ideas from all of a sudden. See?
So this is something.
She want me to explore the booty.
She did not say that.
Booty exploration.
Did it say that? No, I didn't think it said that. She did not say that.
Listen, but I'm just saying, hey, God bless this boy. And his wife.
You live in a lifetime with if you were spending a lifetime with somebody.
I know. I thought you said you live in a Lifetime movie.
No.
You live in a Lifetime movie.
No, like, he's not living a Lifetime movie. What he's doing is spending a lifetime with somebody, and you know what? Things change, and the things that you enjoy before no longer excite you, and you need to spice it up, sir. It sounds like, and I could be wrong, but take your ego out of this.
Step your grown man up.
Because in the letter he said, y'all, we both was pleasured. You said that's so.
That's what he said.
You were so confident that you did what you did, like, and there's no question. And how dare you? That's how I heard it. how dare you want to add something else in? I'll play with it, but you know what I mean? You going too far with this. And then you find out that maybe, you know what I mean? You thought that she had an orgasm, but she really was faking it. And you know what I mean? A lot of women.
Well, you shouldn't be faking it. You shouldn't be faking it because you're sending the wrong messages.
That's a shot to your ego a lot of times.
But you're sending the wrong messages. You can't.
But so now she's trying to correct her wrong. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to right her wrong right now. You know, I told you this all this time, and now, yeah. Go ahead. You reading what?
Brother John, you don't know what that girl asking that boy to do.
I don't. I don't. But you said that was you. You don't. And you don't know how boring the sex is at home either. He one position shouted. Look, you heard me.
Y'all hurting that boy ego for real. Don't worry about it. One position shouted. You be killing that one position. You gotta master one thing.
One position shouted.
You gotta master one thing before you go to.
You know, this has been entertaining. This has been entertaining. Ooh, you are.
So that was a great
Qiana.
God almighty. So
it was a good way to kind of end the segment because we were really kind of over here talking about politics in the city of St. Pete and what everybody want the election. To recap what we talked about,
and what they want, what we want to, what? No,
I really want the community to work together. You know what I mean? I want us to show what adulting looks like. For real, and stop acting like we in kindergarten or middle school, where just because we don't agree, we can't work together. You know,
I hear that. Getting past our petty differences.
Because we have
it's
different.
Hard. It's hard.
It is because us again. We take a lot of stuff personal, right? When you're thinking about the community, it's a lot of stuff that you do and
you take personal,
right? And as you should,
it is because we care,
right?
So you spoke. I mean, like we say in therapy, you're allowed to feel all emotions.
You should.
So you just shouldn't let those emotions control you.
That's
when the problem comes.
Right, the emotions shouldn't dictate the narrative.
Yeah, you can feel the person doing this. You can feel they ain't that. You can feel those things, and you're entitled to those feelings. But you must not let it stop you from,
right?
Doing the job at hand because it's hard work out here, man. It's not easy.
And when you put your heart, and then when you put your heart and soul in something and you feel defeated, it's hard to get back up.
Listen, that's why I had to say that because it's some tough losses, but that's why I don't want to discount the feelings because you're entitled to that.
You definitely are,
but you can't because life throws some haymakers at you.
It does.
You feel me? Especially when you're doing this community work and a lot of people dislike or distrust people being burnt, people being lied on. So, it's a lot of things that get people to that point where, they just like, okay, man, I'm finna hold this grudge forever. Stick the knife in them, twist it, turn it, burn it, and keep going. But the reality is, those are heavy bags you got to carry.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I don't hold grudges because those heavy bags.
And a lot of times you hold grudges, people don't really even know that you're holding them, right?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, you gotta release that. Like
you mad and they don't even know. I don't even know. I need you to know. I ain't with the BS.
Yeah. Read that comment.
I'm just the official comment reader, y'all.
Yeah, because I really need to get glasses. Go ahead.
City council members are elected with the expectation to work with the people which they don't agree. That's one of the biggest roles of the job. My council member refuses to talk with constituents she doesn't agree with.
That's So I don't know who your council member is, but that I agree with you. Like they should, just because you don't agree with somebody don't mean you cut them out.
But like I say, that's emotional intelligence. That's really operating like in a higher plane, a higher level. Cause it's hard when I disagree with you. We don't get along. You know, I feel as long as we can keep it civil, I think I can have a conversation with anybody.
And I don't understand why, like, when you're looking at this, it has to go anywhere but civil.
Because you know, people call people names. You know what I mean? It's rules to debates and it's decorum. So you got to stay within those. As long as you stay within those things, I think, you know, you should, especially when you're in those particular positions. I think you should, because sometimes I be having to talk to people I don't really want to talk to.
I have to talk to people I don't want to talk to all the darn time.
All the time.
All the time. All the time. And then you want me to, sometimes I'll be like, I knew this is how it was going to go. And then sometimes I'm like, wow, I'm glad that I had this conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of misunderstanding. Like people, the stories that's told or you make up in your mind ain't necessarily true.
Sometimes you got to clear the air.
You do.
And then that way, like you clear up any misconceptions.
Because it's a lot of misconception. Like I heard stuff that is a blatant lie, and this is how these people are rocking with it. Like, oh, this person did this, and what happens is it's a telephone game, right? Somebody else, you done heard about it. It done, by the time it get to you, Jabbar, it done hit 4 other people. And they done put their own spin, they touch to it, and it ain't what I said. And wasn't my intention. Now you're rocking with that because it's a credible source that where it came from in your mind.
Yeah.
But then they got it from a credible source that they felt like. And then that person felt like they got it from a credible source. And now it done still changed.
It's downhill from there. That's why you got to clear the air, have those conversations, have those tough conversations. Because like they say, that's where the growth at.
And I think like when you're in certain positions that is a requirement. Like
there's no requirement.
It should be.
It should be, but
it should be. It should be.
There's no rule books, right? So there is no requirements, and people make the rules as they go.
But when you have somebody that represent the people, you should listen to the people.
I mean,
that's what you hire them for.
That's not a requirement.
But that's what the requirement is to.
The requirement is to get elected. And once elected,
is to represent the people.
There are no requirements.
Yeah, there is to represent the people. You should be representing the people.
And then how you hold them accountable?
Hold who accountable?
The person who...
When they don't listen to the people, you don't reelect them.
Okay, then that's it. And then if you get reelected, you back the way you wanted to be at. See? That's what I mean.
Yeah, but don't reelect the people who don't do what they need to do or don't listen to you or who's refusing your phone calls. Like, you pay attention to all of that.
Okay.
Like, pay attention to all that and then let them know. And then when the next person come to you and not gonna tell them what it is for you to get your vote. Like, this is what Yeah,
then you put your requirements.
For you to get my household vote, these are my requirements.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's okay at the neighborhood associations. It's okay for y'all neighborhood to sit up there and say, hey, for Childs Park or Campbell's Park or whatever the neighborhood association to sit there and talk about this is when they come knocking on our doors, we want to be unified and say, for you to get our area vote, the majority of it, this is what we are requiring from you.
I mean, that's an organized vote. That's really what we're working on. That's what we want to be. I think that's the ultimate goal, is to have an informed electorate.
And right now we have November 5th is an election, and we still have local people that's going to be coming in and knocking on your doors and wanting your vote. Right now, this is the time that you and your people get together in whatever district you in, and then say what your requirements are. And say, hey, for you to get this from this group of people right here, this is what we need from you. And if they can't give you that, don't go on about your business. Yeah, that's really it.
That's right. I'm with you.
But you got to be informed.
You got, and not only informed, because like I told somebody last night, people are the most finickiest, most type of things there is, animals there are, right? Because some people will support you and love you and never met you. Some people are not support you and live with you and wake up and get out of bed.
Yeah.
So people finicky like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And elections are no different. People are, you know what I'm saying? They love this candidate because this is the person who came to talk to me.
Right.
And we ain't talk about the issues. We just talk.
You because a lot of people just need an outlet. You just listen.
Yep.
I done knocked on a lot of doors and people don't want to.
Yep.
And I be like, okay, I can't talk, like I got something to do, but they keep me for 3 to 5 minutes telling me whatever the case may be. And because I gave them that outlet to vent, they remember me for forever.
I agree.
You know, so
I agree.
yeah, keep that in mind. So we're at the end of the show. Go ahead with your final thoughts, Mr. Edmond.
Hey man, keep it going, man. Big shouts out to all the people who won, all the people who voted. Y'all the real winners. So let's get out and vote and see. We're gonna do it again.
Yeah, I mean, hey, here we go.
Here we
Be the change you want to be or see. Don't give up when the outcome doesn't come out the way that you wanted to do. So, if you took a test and you didn't pass it and you had a chance to retake it, you're gonna do it, right? And you're gonna study what you did wrong and improve it, right? You're gonna take where you was weak at and try to make it stronger. So take that the same way in life. So there's no failures. It's just practice until you get it right. But stay in the game. Do not get out.
It right.
That's it. And then take these as lessons more so than failures. All of us have hit some of these failures, but it's a beautiful thing when you can get to the end and get your prize, get your gold medal, your silver, your bronze, however the case, whatever it is that you're looking for. So keep that in mind. I mean, be the change you want to be and see. Right? Write down those 5 things that make you feel good. Sister Hugh. Yep, that. Stay tuned. And this has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And we are out. See y'all Friday.
Moment. And you have progressive organizations like Make the Road in